Welcome back to Ironhome, the only Starforged actual play that doesn't actually play Starforged. We're on to episode 3 of Mechs versus Aliens, I believe. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's review our session notes for last episode. So we had a fight with the aliens and captured one of them. A whole body, we kind of killed them. After that, I thought maybe I could have punched it kind of like Independence Day, Will Smith style, and we could have dragged it back. I should have done that, but in retrospect, what's done is done. We returned and we were reprimanded by the general. We rested, recovered, and fixed Artemis. We met up with Flint, head of R&D, who sent us on a quest to get some data to the Iron Pact, of which we know nothing yet, to his contact, of which we know nothing yet. The session ended with an alien scout watching us leave the secret waterfall entrance. So, let's start by getting some information on this so-called Iron Pact. So let's edit this page, minimize that, and let's start rolling on some oracles, as the kids say these days. Interesting. Type. I'm gonna say they're also a fringe group. They are 100% a fringe group. Let's see what kind of fringe group. Hackers. Oh, I like that. I love that. Fringe group. I mean, it's a perfect fit. You know when the Oracle just aligns with exactly what you're thinking. So they're a fringe group of hackers. They obviously have the equipment to analyze all of this data. And what they're trying to do, what the Iron Pact is trying to do, is some sort of Independence Day style thing. They're trying to hack into the technology of these aliens to see if they can defeat them from within, kind of thing. That's their approach to all of this. So we're gonna write here, trying to hack the aliens from within to defeat them. So that's the Iron Pact. What else do we have here? We have projects. Form an alliance. Okay, let's see relationships. What is the relationship to the Sentinels? Ah, they have an open alliance with. Okay. Relationships. And we're going to write here Sentinels. Open alliance. So we're going to later write that. Obviously, we have an open alliance with them. It's back and forth. We already have a name. Let's get some quirks and some rumors. Body augmentations are respected and valued. Ooh. Body augmentations. I keep forgetting that I can copy and paste. I'm so sorry for wasting everyone's time. Let's get another rumor. Defenses are overextended. Oh, that sounds interesting. All right. So, we're headed to see them. We flew out the waterfall, and then obviously our jetpack is short distance. We can't fly all the way there, so eventually we're gonna land in this jungle world. Birds flying away, you know, crashing through the foliage into the ground. It's a very dense, thick jungle. As Artemis kind of like stretches back, we can see bugs scattering away. Some of them are large bugs, about yay big or bigger. Snakes go away. This is a fun alien world full of danger and adventure. So let's go ahead and we will make a journey. Let's go ahead and make this interesting. Let's make this a dangerous journey. Journey to the Iron Pact. I wrote Ironhome base, Iron Pact base. Make it dangerous because, I don't know, I feel like we could relax a little and just go through the jungle for a while. And for that, I have a song that's called here, The Alien Jungle. So let's go ahead and play that. All right. So now that we're done with that, we are going to need some moves. All right. We are undertaking an expedition. Do we have any assets that will help us? Not specifically. So we're just going to undertake an expedition as we trudge our way through this jungle. Artemis has the knife extension, cutting foliage and vines whenever necessary. Oops. And let's go ahead and roll on that. We're going to roll with wits as we make our way through this jungle. It's a weak hit. You reach a waypoint. But we must either suffer costs en route or face a peril at the waypoint. Let's go ahead and face a peril at the waypoint, because that's always more fun and interesting. Let's see. This jungle, I'm probably gonna say it's infested by animals. So I always like to roll on the descriptor focus tables. A moving relic, interesting. And let's go ahead and roll a feature and a peril. Okay, so we've got a moving relic, territorial markings, and discovery of a live but threatened victim. Interesting. Moving relic. You know what? Let's ask the Oracle, because sometimes I get stuck in these things. Let's go ahead and we will ask the Oracle. I'm gonna say, is this moving relic human or alien? Let's go. Is this moving relic human? It is. It is a moving relic. Okay, I know exactly what we find. I think. Still not a peril. What's the peril here? I'm not sure. But what we find is some sort of small-ish tank, like a very obsolete technology type tank, human tank. It's obviously, you can see it's not, I don't know if rusted would be the word, but it's dated. It's bad. It's seen much better days, you know, and it's just making its way through this jungle, perhaps following a path that it's followed several times. And you can see that it's kind of turned into a mobile home, you know? You can even see some clothes hanging outside, and you've got all sorts of little things here and there. Adjustments and modifications have been made to this sort of tank. And then the hatch kind of pops open, and so this is a peril. I like it. Okay, let's go with this. So the hatch opens. Actually, the hatch doesn't open. The tank stops, right? And the turret kind of like very noisily turns in our direction. And we can hear a voice through a very muffled old speaker kind of thing say, "Who's there? Show yourself or I'll shoot!" So that there is the peril. And is this person friend or foe? From the looks of it, this is most likely someone that has been surviving out on their own in this raggedy tank. Are there other people? We don't know. There might be other people in this tank. So for the moment, I'm gonna say that we have to try to convince this person that we are not a threat. Unfortunately, this is hard, which is not my greatest one, but I'm gonna try it anyway. This is gonna be a face danger, and I'm gonna roll. It's gonna be a face danger, yes, with heart. So basically, Faye is gonna kind of like lift the arms of her mech, and she's gonna say, "I'm a mech pilot of the Sentinels." The Sentinels of what? Oh, come on. Still have it in places. "I'm a mech pilot belonging to the Sentinels of the Fallen Order. I am not a threat or an enemy. I am slowly coming out now. Do not shoot." All right, let's see what happens. I really like this scene. This is a very colorful scene. It's a weak hit. You succeed, but not without a cost. Make a suffer move -1. Let's take a momentum loss because someone commented, someone left a comment that I never take momentum loss, and I should. That was a really good point because I'm always like hurting myself, stressing myself, losing supply. And this is a perfect moment for momentum loss because it's a tense situation. We're losing time in this. We walk out into a sort of semi-clearing. Not a full clearing, but less vegetation here. And the hatch pops open. And you can see this aged man with a cap that's, you know, broken, the threads coming off, and he goes, "Are you sure you're not an alien?" And Faye kind of just like, "I'm opening the hatch now. Please don't shoot." And Artemis opens the hatch. And Faye's like, "As you can see, I'm a human." And the man goes, "Huh. All right, then. So, what are you doing in the jungle? And, what are these sentinels you talk about?" And, well, to keep things short, I'm gonna say that Faye and this man exchange a few words. Are there other people? We're gonna say in that. I'm gonna say it's unlikely. No, there aren't other people. He's alone. He's been living alone for many years, probably something like 12 years, let's say. And he's been basically just like surviving out in the jungle, hunting. This tank, he used to be a soldier in one of the first wars against the aliens. He lost all his friends, everything, and is alone. So what I'm gonna say is Faye is going to try to convince him to, I don't know if she could. I don't think she can give out the coordinates of the base. She's not that, I mean, that's too much. Like, let's lead this slow moving, noisy tank towards our base. All right, so let's go ahead and say that they spend a bit of time there talking, you know, just exchanging information. The man's very happy to have someone to talk to. He clearly hasn't talked to someone in a long time. And Faye kind of makes a promise, you know. She says, "Look, I'm gonna... If you want, I can bring you back to where I live." I don't think the man wants to, and I don't think we have any reason to, but I think this is very interesting. I think maybe this might be worth making a connection. Let's see, we spent some time together. Do we make a connection with this person? This is an interesting connection. This is an interesting person. It's a weak hit. You create a connection, but it comes with a complication or cost. Envision what they reveal or demand. All right, so let's make a new connection. And let's, for now, just give him a name. Let's roll again. Bruno. Yeah, let's go with Bruno. Why is it not typing? Ah, it's not typing. Okay, that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second while I fix this typing issue. All right, there we go. So Bruno the Wandering Tank Hermit. I love that. It's a troublesome connection. And let's see what he wants. Goal. Spread faith. Solve a mystery. Oh, I know what Bruno wants. Bruno wants to find something related to his fallen comrades in the war. So maybe Maybe he's looking for that. Maybe he was separated from his unit when they went into battle, and then it happened. Everyone died, and he got back, you know. And he's looking for their maybe their dog tags, their corpses, something along those lines. And that's what he asks of us. So we're gonna say that we're gonna help him, but not right now. So we have a more important mission, but we're gonna say, okay, help him on this quest to make him a connection. Future vow. I don't want to write it now because, as you all know, it gives me anxiety to see a vow right there not being fulfilled. So I will just leave the connection there, knowing full well that when we next meet him, we have to swear an iron vow so that he helps us. Having done that, having spent some time and maybe spending the night together, Faye the next day leaves and moves on with her mission and bids Bruno farewell. That was a nice little moment there. I love those kind of moments. We talked about this on the Discord, I think, a few weeks ago or days ago, that sometimes, even if it's, this was a peril, but even if it's not a peril, it's nice to just add a little bit of color in your journey. So let's go ahead and roll again on Undertake an Expedition with Wits. It's a miss. You are waylaid by a crisis or arrive at a waypoint to confront an immediate hardship or threat. Do not mark progress and pay the price. All right, let's roll on. Pay the price. A trusted individual or community acts against you. Bruno, no! I don't think it makes sense for Bruno to act against me. I don't like the sound of that. So let's go ahead and roll. What kind of peril? Defended system. Okay, that sounds more like it. Feature and peril. Oh, the feature is descriptor focus. Corpse of an unfortunate victim. Creatures reveal new aspect or abilities. Defended system. Trusted individual or community acts against you. All right. So basically, we're making our way through the jungle. We're still inside what's known as the Sentinels area of control, when all of a sudden, this large turret, sort of, we've got this, we're now in a sort of, again, semi-clearing, and this giant metal plate in the ground, it's pretty big, kind of like opens up, you know, how kind of like a camera spins, and this turret pops out, and kind of like turns towards us. And Faye is kind of relaxed as she's walking. Artemis kind of like going on alert mode, already scanning for things. And Faye's like, Artemis, relax, that's one of ours. And Artemis says, I'm afraid it's targeting us. It's locking onto us. And Faye says, what? Why would it be doing that? And Artemis goes, perhaps because we left the base without proper authorization. And Faye goes, and then the turret starts shooting at us. So we have to go to combat music. Will we go to combat music? Yeah, let's go. This is a short combat. Let's go with combat. Let's see what we got. Nemesis? Let's try Nemesis. All right. So let's go ahead and make a progress. And we'll call this Defense Turret. Does it make sense for make this a combat? Let me think for 2 seconds. Yes, we'll make it a troublesome combat. That should be fine. Between a battle and troublesome combat, not much difference, but let's go for it anyway. So, we're going to enter the fray. This one's too dramatic. Let's see the Battle Forge. We were obviously ambushed. So let's go ahead and roll with wits. It's a weak hit. Take +2 momentum or you are in control. I'm going to say... let's be in control. Faye quickly grabs the I was gonna say joysticks, but the whatever you, yeah, it's kind of like a joystick thing. She grabs it and pulls back, jumping out of the way. The turret shoots down the ground, picking up dust with each bullet. The plants shake. Animals obviously fly away and scamper away as this begins. And immediately, while jumping to the side, lifts up her Gatling gun and immediately takes fire. So this is going to be a strike with edge from the distance, no modifiers, and it's a weak hit. We mark progress twice, but you expose yourself to danger. You are in a bad spot. Okay, so basically, yes, yeah, we were able to hit it. We dented a bit. We damaged it significantly, but not enough to power it down. And immediately it counteracts it. It's got an AI of its own, and it's learning our pattern, and suddenly it's got us cornered. We're jumping. We don't have time to react. We don't have time to shoot. We're just dodging and dodging and dodging. So now comes the time to use our favorite asset, which is Ace. So basically, what we're going to try to do is we're trying to go to its weak spot. Now, actually, Artemis scans for us in an attempt to find this supposed weak spot and tells us, as we're dodging, it's like, Artemis, get me a weak spot, as she's jumping side to side. Artemis algorithm starts scanning, and basically Artemis says, the weak spot is from above it. It's the range of its... Artemis suddenly sounding cool and human-like. The weak spot is above it. It's the range of motion of its cannons is severely limited when striking from above. All right, Faye says, and she's getting ready to do a jump straight from above. So we are going to react under fire as we try to get into a better position. And let's remember my house rule. On a weak hit, we still get back in control. We are no longer in a bad spot. So let's go ahead and roll. And we have a +1 with edge. And it is, in fact, a weak hit. Make a suffer move? Yes, the most obvious thing is integrity to Artemis. So, Faye dodging side to side, turns on the booster, jumps up into the air. We see the perspective from the turret. Artemis jumping up into the sky. Lens flare as Artemis suddenly blocks out the sun and the shadow falls under the turret. Artemis and Faye are right above it. Shink, out comes the blade, and we go to strike right into it. So technically we could clash at this moment, but let's go ahead and strike. Let's stick to my house rule. And we're gonna go with iron because this is close. And since we got a hit, I'm gonna take +1 momentum because of my asset. And here we go. It's a miss. Oh boy. The fight turns against you. You are in a bad spot and must pay the price. This is the price I pay for using house rules. All right. So what happens? What happens? You are stressed. The fight turns against you. Okay. So what do we do? Okay. What I think happens... Okay, this is what happens. We go in to strike it from above, and the blade gets stuck. We don't penetrate deep enough to disable the turret to damage it significantly, and now we are stuck there. And we've got these guns on the sides that are just shooting at us. We see these bullets going inches away from us as we're stuck in this very difficult situation. And yes, we are definitely stressed from this. Will we try? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's take advantage of this, and let's endure stress and see if we get a strong hit, which is another thing you can do instead of house ruling. I'm still on the fence about that house rule, but we'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and endure stress. And no ads, nothing. A weak hit. So that means we are not in control. I'm not going to house rule everything like that. So we may exchange 1 momentum for 1 spirit. Otherwise, press on. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's exchange 1 momentum for 1 spirit. As the situation, it's stressing out. It's as hell. We're there. Bullets are flying right in front. The blade is stuck. We have to do something. Let's go ahead and clash. As Artemis is... There's all kinds of blaring signs. Artemis is like, we have to retreat. This is the plan, like coming up with strategies, and Faye says, no, we move forward. Reroute all power to the arm. Yes, I always wanted to say reroute all power in mechs. And then power up the arm to strike. We're gonna clash with Iron. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We can't lose, we can't lose. I keep getting 10s. I keep getting 10s. Your foe dominates this exchange. You stay in a bad spot and must pay the price. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say this is pretty bad. We're gonna take, oof. We're gonna take 2 damage. Or let's take 1 damage and once again, 1 stress. And then... And then, I'm going to try 1 last Endure Stress and see how it goes from there. This is pretty bad. Our sword stuck. It's not going in. It's slowly digging in as the bullets are flying. Pieces of Artemis are flying off of us. What will we do? Will we get a strong hit on Endure Stress? Will we get a strong hit? Ah, it's a weak hit. All right, we're gonna exchange 1 momentum for 1 spirit. Faye is not giving over. It's time to take decisive action. There is nothing else to do. We need to get a strong hit in this. Otherwise, it's a miss. All right? Because we're in a bad spot. We need to get a strong hit. I don't know what's gonna happen on a miss, but here goes. I think it's time. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This did not end out. This does not start out how I thought. All right. You are defeated, or your objective is lost. Okay. I think I know exactly what's going to happen here. So, as we're doing this, it looks like we're about to die. Artemis is full on telling us to get out of here, get out of here. When all of a sudden, the turret just stops shooting at us. And everything goes dead quiet. And then we hear a voice yelling out, "Soldier!" And we turn and we look, and there's another mech of the Sentinels right over there, 10, 15 meters away. And it's the lieutenant who vouched for us. Ooh. This is not going to be good. They obviously disabled the mech. But, things are not good. Things are not good. We managed to take out the blade. We stand. We get out of the mech. He comes towards us, and he's just yelling. He's red. He's like, what is the meaning of this? You think you can leave without getting proper authorization? You are damaging my equipment, soldier. No, it's really bad. And we are gonna have to test our connection. We're gonna have to test our relationship. There is no other way around this. Now, last time we got a strong hit, so I don't know. Let's find out. This definitely did not go like we planned. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Prove your loyalty. Now, we're obviously not losing the connection at this point. No, because the Sentinels are really important to us. We are not losing that connection, but prove your loyalty. Envision what you offer or what they demand, and swear an iron vow. Formidable or greater. Wow. To see it done. Until you complete the quest, take no benefit for the connection. If you refuse or fail to connect, I cannot do that. Okay, so what is it that this lieutenant demands of me for my loyalty? Let's think. Let's think for a second. And by thinking, I mean rolling on oracles. Now you're thinking with oracles. All right, let's see. Action and theme. Abandoned resource. Interesting. Now, the first thing I'm thinking of, it's something on the side. Because the lieutenant isn't going to be like, oh, I'll let you do this on official terms and then we're okay, blah, blah, blah. I think it's something on the side. He's going to ask us to do something without the general's knowledge. And then if we do that, he won't rat out on us. Now, I'm not going to say that it has to be formidable or greater because that might be a very long, for like a side quest, that's too much. That's way too much. For this stream, if you're playing, you can do whatever you want. But let's go ahead and see what we can come up with. Plagued by sickness. Abandoned resource. Acquire resource. Plagued by sickness. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. The lieutenant, the oracles are beautiful. The oracles are beautiful. All hail the oracles. So basically what's gonna happen is the lieutenant has someone sick. A close friend or family member that is sick. And we must go into the jungle, somewhere in the jungle, a delve, perhaps, and acquire some kind of plant for him. Now, obviously, he can't leave. And obviously, due to everything that's going on, this sick person isn't a priority. You know, we can't send the mech all the way deep down into a cave, whatever, to acquire some plant, you know. But it's perfect. It's perfect because we already left. You know, we already left. We're already in trouble. But the lieutenant's saying, look, I'll try to cover for you and I'll try to help you if you go and acquire this thing for me. All right. I like that a lot. Thank you, oracles. So let's go ahead and make another vow. And we will make this one troublesome. Acquire healing plant / fungus or I don't know how to write lieutenant. Lieutenant. All right. Deep in the jungle, maybe inside a cave or something like that. Okay. So we're gonna have to swear a iron vow for that. Let's make a quest move. Does this count as developing a relationship? Perilous quest in their service. I'm gonna say that because, you know, kind of like test your relationship. Yeah, why not? There doesn't seem to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and swear an iron vow. Bam. Strong hit. You take 2. Yeah, we know exactly where we need to go. The lieutenant tells us exactly the kind of part of the jungle that we need to go to. We will do that after we deal with the Iron Pact, but for now, we know that we need to go there, and it's clear, and everything's perfect. And on a hit, we mark 1 tick on our Bond's Legacy track, and we also mark progress on our Sentinels, because we are developing a relationship with the Lieutenant. So, at some point, we might have to give him a name. But for now, Lieutenant's fine. So, having dealt with that, and I think it was a great idea to run that as a combat after all, if not we wouldn't have gotten all this, we continue on our way, or perhaps we stop for a second to try to patch up our mech after all this. Or actually, I don't think we do. I think the Lieutenant tells us to get the hell out of there as fast as we can, and he will come up for some explanation before anyone else shows up. So let's do that. We're gonna patch up somewhere else. So let's just go ahead and continue our way through the jungle. And let's go ahead and put this song, which is one of my favorites. Very nice and mysterious. And let's continue. Let's see. We've got a little bit more time. Let me know if the episodes are too long, if the 40-45 minute mark is too long, you prefer something around the 30-minute mark. I don't know. Comment, like, subscribe, give me your feedback. Let's go ahead. Undertake an expedition. And we're gonna move with wits. Okay. We have gotten, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how many misses in this episode. 6 misses, almost in a row. It's ridiculous. Okay. So, you're waylaid by crisis or arrive at a waypoint to confront an immediate hardship or threat. Do not mark progress and pay the price. I'm gonna say, let's keep it simple. Oh, I never keep it simple. I don't know why I even lie. Let's see what happens. You are stressed. That's interesting. I could go ahead and just do that. It is a very stressful thing. Let's see what the oracles say. Descriptor, exposed storm. Yes! Why? Why do I doubt the oracles? Why do I try to use my brain when I have the oracles at my range? Okay. Evidence of an ill-fated victim. Look at the creature revealing surprising. Storm. Exposed storm. I like that one a lot. So we're trying to make our way, continuing through the jungle, when clouds roll in with lightning, and the storms in this planet are very, very violent. And I think, can it be? Is it he? I believe we wrote that the planet Iris has violent electrical storms. It was meant to be. So yes, let's go ahead and put some music that sounds like violent electrical storms. I don't think I have anything like violent electrical storms, but maybe some suspense music will do, because obviously this no longer sounds like Cold Lands. Suspense sci-fi. You shouldn't be here. Let's try that one. That one sounds more like a... Okay, let's... This is more like a sneaking song. This is more that's more fantasy sneaking song. Let's just put Ascendant Chaos. That's a classic. As it begins to... All these lightning bolts in the sky, just flashing and flying everywhere, and it begins to rain terribly, and it's just the mud, and everything's just terrible. Patter against the glass of the mech, the electrical storm interfering with Artemis sensors. We have to find a place for the night, somewhere where we can camp. So I'm gonna say that this is probably a secure and advantage move, as we're attempting to gain leverage or making preparations to basically pass the night. And this is gonna be with wits, because we're definitely gonna scan using Artemis's sensors. So let's go ahead and roll with wits. It's a strong hit. You succeed. Take +2 momentum and add +1 to your next move. So I'm going to say that the next move is to face danger with Iron as we try to withstand this storm for the next few hours, maybe? Or maybe it's a day? Could be a long time. Let's see. Does this storm last a long time? Maybe here it does. Let's find out. Let's ask the Oracle. Does it last a very long time? Yes, it does. It's almost a day that this storm just... Maybe that's why this planet is just such a jungle planet. It's just full of stuff. It's always raining. Everything's wet and growing. And I'll stop, sorry. So basically, now we're going to face danger. We've got the +1. What kind of place do we find to take cover? Let's go ahead and see. An undiscovered grave. An undiscovered grave. I'm not sure I like that. Let's say... Okay, I'm not getting anything here. Undiscovered outpost. Undiscovered Terran. No, oracles! Why have you betrayed me? Liquid, equipment, environment. Undiscovered structure. Okay, I'm just gonna say that we find some kind of outcropping of rock. The classic outcropping of rock. Sometimes you just gotta go with classics. And we just hide under this outcropping and we kind of like just grab on as we try to basically just stay there for the night. Obviously, Faye isn't like grabbing onto the controls, but Artemis is, and the power of the rain, and there's even like rivers are spawning in places that we didn't see, and then it's just overflowing. It's crazy. It's crazy, I tell ya. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll a face danger with Iron. Strong hit with a match. Excellent. We take +1 momentum as... Let's go ahead and put some happy, peaceful music. After the War is nice. So basically, we withstand for hours upon hours upon hours. Just Faye and Artemis. And they're talking throughout the entire time. What are they talking about? I think Faye maybe gets a bit philosophical and starts asking Artemis, are you afraid of, like, do you have a fear of death? And Artemis goes, I am not technically alive, and I cannot technically die, but I am programmed to want to continue to function, if that is what you are asking. There he goes, huh. So you're kind of programmed to want to live. I think that would technically make you alive. I mean, I think. And they just, with the rain pattering on the screen, continue to talk about small things, big things. Artemis is concerned that we have obviously, we're getting into more and more danger with the Sentinels. Faye plays around with Fletcher's dog tags in her hands, thinking about how much faith Fletcher had in her, and if she's disappointing him or if she's making him proud. And eventually, the rain stops, and we climb down from the outcropping, and this is a wild planet, and the rains have kind of opened and cleared a path, making the journey for us a little bit easier moving forward. I love that. And this is where we're going to end today's session with only 2 progress on our quest. So let's go ahead and make those session moves, which is usually the... Let's go through the end the session and say, have we strengthened our ties to a connection? We did, and we actually progressed in the Sentinels. Have you moved forward on a quest? Reach a milestone? I don't think we significantly moved forward in any of these quests, so I'm not gonna mark anything. And is there a quest connection or other situation you would like to give focus on? Yeah, this one. So I guess, okay, I'll take +1 momentum. I kind of, yeah, let's say I want to be able to finish this journey and get to the Iron Pact and see what their base is like. I'm really interested in finding out what the Iron Pact's base looks like. And let's roll on the beginner session. Flashback reveals an aspect of another character, place, or faction. Ooh, this is perfect. This is perfect. I love flashbacks. If anyone's seen the show, they know I love flashbacks. So let's go ahead and put a little song I love called Campfire Memories. Oh wait, let's try Hope and Memory. Sorry, it's gonna be a second. Okay, I'll stop. Okay. So, no. Okay, I'll stop. Sorry. I need a sad song with like oomph. Let's just go with Gothic Lands. See, this is why I need to edit my stuff so you people don't see me choosing music like this. This one's fine. So basically, we see darkness. Everything's dark. And suddenly we hear like a scraping voice. And we hear this deep voice saying, are you sure it's around here, Artemis? And we hear Artemis's voice saying, scans show us life sign around here. Exactly nearby. The scraping continues. And we begin to see light, little specks of light. Suddenly, a large piece of metal gets tossed aside, and the light blinds us. And slowly our eyes adjust, and we see the shape of a mech standing right above us. As the hatch opens, and we see Fletcher jump down, walk towards us, grab our small, tiny, childlike hand and say, hey, are you okay? Can you walk? Hey! And our eyes suddenly close. Artemis! Call for backup! We need a medic! It all just fades away like a memory. Oh, I love this game! Alright, so that was our session for today. If I have time, I'm going to record another session episode 4 back-to-back, but they will be released weekly as always. And thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. This was probably one of my favorite episodes so far. I hope you liked it too, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye!